rocking, man.
All right. What's up, everybody? Your boy Big Shaw here. I am here with the gang. We're gonna get right into it. The NCAA tournament on the men's side starts real soon. Before I ask y'all guys what y'all think about it, I do got a few upsets when I saw the bracket. McNeese, I'm from Louisiana, so I seen with McNeese they're gonna play Clemson. I think, matter of fact, I think McNeese will beat Clemson. I'm saying that because I got a lot of family in Lake Charles, so I got to be real careful. I know a lot of people that graduated to McNeese, went to McNeese, and the McNeese coach, I think he used to coach at Clemson, so that's going to be a pretty good game. But I do got Clemson going home. Oh, what's up? There he is. And I also got Kansas Jayhawks. They're going to be going in the first round, and North Carolina will be going in the first round too. But the McNeese and Clemson game will be good. What do you guys think? Who do y'all think will go home first in the men's tournament? Let's see.
You gotta leave me out of this one because that's Ralph and Donovan know way more about college basketball than me.
Okay. Donovan, what do you think about that,
man? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. Well, first and foremost, like that's crazy. I never seen a league get so many teams in. The SEC got 14 out of their 16 teams in the tournament, which is I've never seen that before. They were the best conference, but some of those bottom teams like Oklahoma and Texas, I felt like they were kind of on the cusp. But so as far as teams that I think that may take an early exit, I mean, I think, well, North Carolina, like, I feel like, I mean, they shouldn't even have been in. A lot of people thought that West Virginia should have been in, got in over them. But I would say them. Let me go. Hold on. Let me get my brackets real fast. I got it. I didn't fill out one yet, but I got the matchups, and I kind of highlighted some of the ones that I thought might be an upset. I think Purdue is gonna go home early. I don't know, man. Purdue, like, they haven't done well the last couple tournaments. I'm a UCLA fan, so I watched a lot of Big Ten basketball, and they're not that impressive to me. I mean, I feel like they won early in the season, and a lot of these teams, they get rewarded for winning early in the season. Like OU, they started off 13-0, and then when they got in the SEC, they were horrible. So I think some of the seedings they look at the overall like season, but really it comes down to who's playing the best right now, and I think some of the teams that got like the higher seeds, like I think Purdue, they were pretty mid. I would say like the second half of the season. Gonzaga, I mean, I don't know, man. To me, I felt like their coach should be fired. I mean, Gonzaga, I mean, that conference they're in is so weak. They play a pretty decent non-conference schedule, but their conference is so weak. That's why they never can get like real deep. They'll get to a Sweet 16, but that's about it. So I think Gonzaga, they'll probably go home early. That's another kind of big name. Kansas, like you said, is having a down year. So I think those are the teams that I have that are normally pretty decent that will probably take an L in the first round. I mean, yeah.
Before we get to the next guy, I do got one more team that I think will go home early, and it's Georgia. I hate Georgia. I think they're
gonna. Gosh, man, you got to get off this Georgia thing, man. Bro, you killing me with that, man. It's basketball. It ain't even football, and you still got all that hate in your heart, bro.
Yeah.
So, new guy, who you think, man? Who's going home early, man?
I think Gonzaga could go. Even though the only advantage I give Gonzaga over Georgia is Gonzaga is a school that's been more consistent at getting there. Like they made Elite Eight runs, they made Final Four runs, and this is like a new thing to Georgia. But Georgia played in like a tough SEC conference this year. Like you just said, they got 14 teams in. Georgia last week, I think, if I ain't mistaken, it was like last week or week before, towards the end of the regular season before the conference tournament started, they beat Florida. You know what I'm saying? And Florida is like one of the teams that's predicted to be in the Final Four with chance to win it all. And they beat Florida. So, you know, I think this might just be the year where you start to see like the SEC teams that was down, they starting to kind of make their way into the college basketball mix. And I think, like you said, Gonzaga playing out there, which they should be, you know, dominating the conference they in anyway. You know, I think they could be one of these teams that go home in the first round because it's like Georgia playing with house money. Ain't nobody, even though they made the tournament, nobody expecting them to do nothing anyway because it's unfamiliar territory for them. But they played in a strong SEC conference. And they got in and they beat one of the better teams in the country in Florida. And even the games they lost, they didn't get completely blown out of them. You know what I'm saying? They played like Alabama, they played them tough. You know, they lost, but them games didn't get out of hand until like late. You know what I'm saying? So Georgia might be one of them sneaky teams that could push to out of the first round, could knock Gonzaga out the first round.
That could possibly happen. But I do got a game. I got my bracket. I'm gonna fill it out later on. Kansas and Arkansas. I think that'll be a good game. I am gonna pick Arkansas to beat Kansas because Kansas, they've been playing really, really, really horrible. I haven't seen them play like this in a long time. They look really bad. But that's a game that I could see Arkansas winning. But we'll get off that. You think so? Think Kansas is going home too?
Yeah, I mean, I think any team that plays an SEC team, like we just said, like, I mean, they're the most battle tested. I mean, they had like 8 ranked teams in their conference like the whole year. Like every team, like, I mean, has played, you know, top-notch competition. So, 'cause I think the only team really in the Big 12, I mean, this year was Houston, and Houston's pretty much dominated that the last like 5 years. And they've done better than Kansas, you know. So, I mean, I don't think the competition is evenly spread out. Now I'm gonna ask y'all this, man: is the SEC is it the basketball conference now? Y'all ain't about football no more, or what?
Yeah, I think so. That could be a baseball. We're gonna run baseball too. College baseball.
They getting there. The SEC getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because I always wondered, like you guys, they get so many athletes for football. Like you would think that basketball would have translated to basketball, but now it's finally starting to, you know, to show up. You know, because all those teams are real decent, man. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. You know, and you know, there's also like a lot of teams like from these like mid majors. Like you got to think about all these like smaller colleges. They have an advantage because they got more continuity. Like a lot of those players at those schools stay for all 4 years. Mm-hmm. So it's always interesting when these first couple rounds because. You'll have a few of those teams that will have an upset and make a pretty solid run into the tournament.
Yeah. And if we got this topic, we can predict a Final Four. I'm gonna do mine. Like I said, I'm gonna do mine later. Me and my friends will get together and do our bracket today. But I do have my first team that'll make the Final Four. I'm betting and I'm hoping they make it. You know, it'll make my day. It'll make my year if they make it this far. I'm gonna go with Alabama, of course.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and I got them playing
Nah,
Duke.
they're good. They're good.
I got them playing Duke. Who do y'all have for y'all Final Four? That's go out.
Florida. That's one team that I think will definitely be there. I think Florida is like they one of them teams that could play any style. They got size, athleticism, and they can get up and down the floor. So I think Florida can play any brand. You know what I'm saying, ball? I think then they beat Bama by like 20.
No. They did.
so they can run
water, man.
And Bama was one of, if I ain't mistaken, Bama was one of or probably the highest scoring team in the country. And Florida just ran up and down the floor with them. So
I didn't like that.
It's gonna be hard in a tournament style to do that, but I think they got the size and athleticism, and they don't really skip a beat when they rotate their lineup, when they substitute. So Florida, I think, is one of the teams that's definitely gonna be there, that I'm gonna pencil in to be there.
Yeah, for me, the last couple years, man, I've been a big fan of the Tennessee Vols. I like them to go into the Final Four. I think that they could. I think honestly, like that bracket is pretty. It's tough, but I mean, they would have to play Houston probably in the to get to the Final Four. But I feel like Tennessee. I feel like they've been battle tested, and I mean they've been playing well. I mean it's been a good program the last like 4 years. So I think it's finally time for them to kind of punch a ticket into the Final Four. I think that I like Tennessee to get there. I like Florida as well, and I would probably say I don't know, man. For some reason, Auburn, man, like the way they ended, I'm not really kind of feeling them right now, man. I would say watch out for Michigan. I mean, I feel like they've been pretty good all season. I don't like them to get to the Final Four, but I think they're going to make a pretty deep run. Yeah. And then you can't count on Tom Izzo in Michigan State. So I would say Michigan State, Florida, Tennessee, and unfortunately, I just think Duke has like that. Duke Alabama is going to be a dogfight. I don't know. One of those teams will get in from there. I'm not exactly sure. I think Alabama. I mean, their ability that they can put up the points, and Cooper Flag is still he's coming off an injury, so we'll see how that affects him. But yeah, those would be my teams.
I like it. Josh, I forgot. Josh don't want college basketball. So we can get right into the NFL. The Cincinnati Bengals, they signed their guys, Chase and T. Higgins. I was hearing that that could be the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL. I said no, because I'm a Browns fan, so of course I'm going to go against the grain all the time.
Oh, you're a Browns fan.
I love my Cleveland Browns. I hope we get what's his name? Russell Wilson. I hope we get him. We need him. So we can get Russell Wilson.
Ain't gonna do nothing. Go ahead. You got it.
Hey, he may do something. We never know.
Y'all not gonna do nothing.
You know the Browns suck, but it's okay. So with Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase being signed, does that make them the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL? I told my cousin today, I think so, because Ja'Marr Chase, he's a threat. Higgins, he's good too. I like the Bengals, but I do think they need to fix their defense though in order for them to advance and to get forward. But with them,
Blaze. Nah, this guy right here, Blaze. He's a Bengals fan.
Jeez, so what y'all think about the Cincinnati Bengals signing their 2 star wide receivers? Will that make them a Super Bowl favorite? But before y'all answer, I did say yes. When I seen it, I said I think they got a chance.
Well, Blaze says they're the best, plain and simple. Their defense is trash though, but go ahead.
That defense. What y'all think about that?
You want to go first, Josh, or
well,
or
my
damn
thing
you two?
my thing is, well, Blaze is talking. He said, when both are on the field, the play is unmatched. But T has a lot of injuries. Yeah, that's my thing. Like T Higgins, like I never really watched T Higgins play like that. You know what I'm saying? I already know about Jamar Chase.
Yeah, we know about him.
And we know about Burrow. Burrow got to stay healthy too. You know what I mean? So it's just that defense, man. That defense is and they trying to get rid of their best player. Yeah, that's what to me. That's the Achilles heel, man. You win games in the trenches. So I don't see they got to score a whole bunch of points, man, to keep up. He said, "What are we, Mia Khalifa? We don't need to play no D." All right, man.
You gotta have a defense, and they don't got one.
Nah, not at all. Like they're gonna have to score about 30 plus points a game.
Yeah,
because that defense is
horrible. And cool with Joe Burrow, he just gotta stay healthy. You know, we know what he can do when he's healthy, but you gotta have a defense. And if you don't got a defense, man, you gotta score points, man.
And they were scoring points and still losing. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, they should. In my opinion, what they should have did was
still a draft.
They should have just traded T Higgins and let him get his money somewhere else and got a draft pick back. I think they got the 17th pick in the first round.
I think
they could have drafted a receiver because I think one of those three guys would have been there. Luther Burton, what's the guy out of Texas? Forgot his name. And the other guy at Ohio State. I think those three would have been there at 17, or at least two of them would have been there at 17. They could have went ahead and signed Jamar Chase. If they had done it sooner, it wouldn't have cost them $40 million a year. You know what I'm saying? It would have been close to 40, but not 40 if they had went ahead and done it that way. And then they could have addressed the defensive side of the ball and picked up a veteran wide receiver free agency. You know, and locked up what's the guy, Trey Hendrickson. He led the NFL in sacks. And you could have went and got another piece on the D-line, or really you could have went and got somebody in the secondary because your defense ain't that good anyway. And you lost Jesse Bates, who was probably one of the better safeties, not the best, but one of. So you lost him, and you didn't address the secondary. So like you said, it's going to be a matter of Cincinnati putting pressure on other teams to outscore them. And when a lot of teams don't have the offensive weapons that Cincinnati have, so they banking on teams to outscore them with what they got, knowing they don't have the offensive weaponry that the Cincinnati Bengals got. They just can't afford no injuries because they don't have any. The talent level falls off once you get from Jamar Chase to Higgins in your wide receiver. It falls off because Jermaine Burton, they drafted him 2 years ago. He ain't really done what they thought he was gonna do. That's probably why they had to re-sign T Higgins, because they was thinking he was gonna be like the guy they could be the number 2, so they can roll off of T Higgins. But he ain't really done what they thought that he should have done to be the number 2. So they, tied up with Higgins. But I still would have done it that way and addressed the defense.
Blaze said we still could pay Hendrickson. He said we could pay T, not worry about receiver and draft defense. He said, why would we trade a proven receiver to take a lotto ticket in the on a receiver? And he said T Higgins was always in the plans. Yeah,
I don't.
Stuff keep on popping up.
They're offensively they're good, but you got to think about it. Like, it's still a struggle, man. They play arguably one of the best defensive divisions in football. So it's like you're playing against top-notch defense in Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like they could have just kind of spread the love with the money, in all different areas. So, I feel like I don't know, man. They need to address their offensive line and other parts. So I feel like, what is it? Almost like 45% of their payroll is tied up between those three guys.
Yeah, I think it's 42.
Yeah, so that's just a lot. And then you put a lot of pressure on players that have continuously been hurt. So it's it's a crapshoot in my opinion. I mean, obviously it could work out, but you know, I mean, I think it's a gamble. I mean, but I guess in football everything's a gamble because people get hurt so often. But I think that they should have probably just let him go and then, you know, signed a couple other decent receivers for far less money. And then, you know, obviously they have the draft too. They could come out good in the draft, but I don't know. From looking at it in my perspective, based on the injury history and the fact that you play in a conference where division where the defense is like, you got two of the best offensive teams. Like I don't know if it's the right choice in my opinion, but we'll see how it plays out.
Well, he said Pittsburgh opposite of us all D, no offense. He said the free agency was weak. We couldn't have allocated money better. I'm like, I think y'all can, man, because Burrow a top quarterback, man. He don't need top tier receivers to do damage. You know what I mean? Like he could have Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? You could have, you know what I'm saying, some other guys. But I mean, this is how they went. So we'll see.
So you think it's Super Bowl or bust going all in like offensively?
You gotta be, man, with a quarterback like Joe Burrow. That's all they've been saying. He a top 2 quarterback, top 3 quarterback. Now they signed their guys. To me, it's still Super Bowl or bust.
I don't know what he said. What this?
He said Bengals are going to be fine. Eagles had no secondary last year and got 2 starters in the draft.
Yeah, but they had a really good defensive line though. Exactly. Like one of the best. I mean, that kind of math for their secondary.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I mean, you're gonna have holes, you know, but I mean, the problem is you got to minimize that as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. The Bengals, they do got number 17 pick in the draft. They do got some good wide receivers coming out in the draft. But I'll tell you a guy named that popped up, but he's injured too. That linebacker for Penn State, Abdul Carter, I think that's his name. I like him. I really do, but he got a little injury problem going on right now. I don't know where he's going to get, you know, in the draft, but maybe if he falls to number 17, Cincinnati can probably get him. That defense did a lot of work, but he's injury. I don't know what injury he has, but I think it's a lower injury or something like that. But
it's foot or something, right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Like a stress, something.
I know in some draft stuff that I've seen, some got him going first. I was
Right.
Oh no. But I got Travis Hunter. He's gonna stay right there in that top spot as far as I'm concerned. But Cooper Kupp, he's in Seattle. And they have Sam Darnold now as their quarterback. Now, I'm not a Seahawks fan. I know a lot of people that are Seahawks fans, so I'm going to be nice. I do like it because he is from Washington. So I'm glad he went home. But I really wanted him to go to my Cleveland Brown. I know I love my Brown. I'm loyal to them. When I seen the news that they come to Cleveland, please come to Cleveland. But he chose to go home. So do that with them adding, you know, Mr. Kupp to the Seahawks. Does that make them a serious playoff contender? Let me start with first. The new guy, I'm going to you first, sir. Does that make the Seasuckers a playoff?
My man, Ralph.
Nah, they not. I don't think they're gonna be a I think the year Sam Darnold had was just one of them years where he broke out. You know, people think that 1 year is gonna override the previous 5 bad ones he had. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for JJ McCarthy getting hurt, he wouldn't even been the starter in Minnesota. So he just happened to have a good year and come along at the time where a few teams were scrambling for a quarterback after Seattle let Geno go. But, you know, Cooper Kupp injuries. Now you got Sam Darnold in yet another system. And, you know, the only thing they got working in their favor is the division they in, because San Francisco is on the downfall. You know, the Rams are still going to be a solid team despite them trading Cooper Kupp. But they just seem to, whatever Sean McVay seemed to put together, it may not seem like it's going to work, but it come together during the season and they end up making the playoffs and being better than what people think. And then they was able to keep Matthew Stafford. And we don't know what Arizona's gonna be. You know, a lot of people had Arizona as a sleeper team, and they was looking like that in the season, but they ended up not making the playoffs. So the only hope Seattle got would be the division they playing in. You know, but I don't think it's gonna be like somebody that's gonna have them at 12 wins. He's not gonna do close to what he did in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? He don't have Justin Jefferson. He don't have.
He had better weapons over there. That's what I've been saying. He got better weapons over there in Minnesota.
Yeah, and he had a solid run game over there with Aaron Jones. So and you know Kenneth Walker, he stayed injured too. So
stay injured, man.
Yeah, so on my team. I'm not gonna say Seattle is gonna be like that. No.
Yeah, I got the Rams in that division.
Okay, Donovan, what you think, man?
You know, I was telling Josh the other day, I feel like it's a wash, man. Like I see 7 to 10 wins, you know, just like when they had Geno Smith. You know, I don't really see much improvement. I mean, I think he can play better. You know, they got Cooper Kupp, and I'm like, we already have Jackson Smith and Jigba, so it's like you got 2 like slot receivers. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't feel like. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out, man. I think probably like 7 to 10 wins. I don't feel like his skill set's much better than Geno Smith. I feel like Geno Smith. I mean, now he's my quarterback, you know, so I got to give him a little credit. Geno Smith's a little bit more mobile in the pocket, and I don't know, man. Like just like guy previously he said, like he had like one good year, and you know prior to that he was not the greatest. You know, he was seeing ghosts when he was in New York. You know, so I don't know, man. I felt like, I mean, I ain't gonna knock the man for getting paid. I mean, he obviously played his way to get that type of deal. So, you know, I mean, kudos to him. But is he gonna be consistent with it? Nah. Do I feel like the personnel is not the greatest? I don't feel that it is. And like they said, the vision's kind of up in the air. So, I mean, I think 9 or 10 wins could win that division again, like it did this past year. So they got an opportunity, but I mean, I wouldn't, even if they didn't make the playoffs, they'd be a first round exit.
Ian said, "Who cares about the NFC West? Will be the worst division of 2025." I think whoever got the best defense coming out the NFC West, because the offense, all offenses in the NFC West is a little shaky. You know what I mean? Like you don't know if they gonna play Purdy. Now they loving what's the quarterback they just signed? Now Niner fans starting to love him. Niners just signed the quarterback. He was in the draft with Trey Lance. They picked Trey Lance instead of him. He was with New England.
He was with New England.
He got drafted by New England in that Trey Lance draft. Huh?
Trey Lance. I'm trying to think.
Remember that quarterback? I forgot the quarterback name. Hold on. But now they starting to love him because they said he fits the system. But I'm like, dude, y'all was just praising Brock Purdy. But
to be quite honest, I think any quarterback is gonna like fit the system. I mean, yeah. I mean Shanahan, I give him props for being a good quarterbacks coach, but I mean, at the end of the day, like they lost a lot of people, man.
Yeah. You're right about that. But I'm not gonna be on too long.
Mac Jones.
Oh my goodness. Who? Mac Jones?
They signed Mac Jones, so now they loving Mac Jones. Yeah.
So hold on. So Brock Purdy then took him to Super Bowls. Now it's time for him to get paid, and they all of a sudden like Mac Jones instead.
That's what.
Hey man, in San Francisco, that quarterback position is plug and play, man.
Mac Jones, where did he go?
He was San Francisco.
He went to your school.
Oh yeah. He went to the greatest school in the world, Alabama. He's a legend. He went to Alabama. But
you cannot make this up.
I got the name in a while. Mac Jones. Hey, I am an Alabama man all the way through. I believe they could beat anybody on any given freaking day.
Who?
Alabama.
Yeah.
You
And they
just
could
went
also
to you just went
they
to
could
college
also
football
lose
store.
too.
Just went to college football store. It's really gonna be bad. Yeah.
Told you, Ralph, he be talking crazy.
This is this
Huh?
this the start of the Alabama.
Now look, when they lost to Florida in that damn game, I was hurt. I was disappointed. I said, I don't know if they're tired. I don't know if they need to take a break and go home and prepare themselves. But Florida ran them out the gym. I couldn't even watch the game. I had to turn it off.
Oh, trash.
They can't get Clemson, and now they seem like they can't beat Michigan. So and this wasn't a good year for Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, and it was so crazy, and not to piggyback of that. They were all talking about, oh well, Alabama should have made the 12-team playoff, and then you lose to Michigan. Now, dude, like, come on, you guys got blown out by OU. OU had a horrible season. I mean,
Vanderbilt. They lost to Vanderbilt. They didn't win a game in the state of Tennessee this year. They lost at Vanderbilt.
They lost to Vandy? Dang.
Yeah.
Vandy.
Roll Tide.
No, but I think really the nail in the coffin was that late loss. You guys got blown out by OU. I mean, you can't really escape that. You know, that was just too recent. If they had got that loss was earlier and then kind of won like 3 or 4 games towards the end, then it would have been something. But yeah, that OU loss was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that Oklahoma game sucked, man. That was real bad. That was embarrassing. You know, I burned a few of my Alabama clothes when that happened. I was upset. I was mad. I was very upset, man. But I will say this about Alabama though. I will say this. They're gonna lose some games this year. I saw the schedule. I said, I don't know. I don't know. I looked at it because LSU, they're getting good.
More than 2 games?
Huh?
They can lose more than 2 games?
I think so. I think so because I don't even know who the quarterback's gonna be. The secondary, I always said this about their secondary. Their secondary sucks. Their secondary is suspect. You can throw the ball on that defense, on that secondary all day long. But
if you got time.
Huh?
If you got time.
Yeah, they I don't know, man. They're gonna lose some games. They might lose to Florida State. I don't know.
Oh man, y'all lose to Florida State, man. Oh my god.
Hey. Yeah, Florida State to me, like last 10 seasons been hit or miss. They'll have like one really good season, then you think they're gonna be good the next year, then they suck. And then the year they think that they're gonna be bad, then they're good again. I don't really know, man. Florida State, the jury's out on them, man. I'm not exactly sure.
I know the jury is out on Florida because Florida, I like their head coach, but they're not doing much. So I think right now for them, if they don't win enough games or probably get a taste of the SEC championship, I think Billy Napier get fired.
Oh, well, he about to get fired then because they ain't going to the SEC championship.
They got to do something in Florida. Florida used to win it. I've never seen Florida like this, so they got to do something. I got Brian Kelly. I don't like him. LSU the same way. LSU, they always used to be in the SEC championship or something. Like with them not being there and me saying this about them, it's weird not seeing them in the big stage. So I got Brian Kelly on the hot seat on the SEC side. Oregon, I stay here. I kind of like the Ducks with their uniforms. I've been to a few games. I know a lot of people. When I went to eat in Eugene a few days ago, all they talk about is, man, we got to get to the championship this year. We got to get to the championship. So I can see the Ducks, getting better and probably getting to the championship next year. They got a good team though. They look pretty good. I'm gonna go to the spring game and check them out and see how they look. So I gotta head down there real soon and check them out. So who y'all got on y'all hot seat, the early college football hot seat.
What you mean? Who we got? You already know what it is.
Oh, like you talking about what coaches are on the hot seat?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm about to say.
I got mine too. Yeah.
Yeah,
To be quite,
I agree with you, Brian Kelly.
Mhm.
I think now that he's in the SEC
Got that crap.
with LSU, he got better talent, better conference, and he seemed like so far he did better at Notre Dame than he doing so far at LSU. So he's definitely gonna be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Because he ain't doing nothing with the talent he got.
Yeah,
It look like a downgrade, you know, hiring Brian Kelly like a downgrade.
yeah.
Possibly, well, even though Dabo Swinney, they made
I was gonna say the same thing, man.
Dabo. Yeah, okay.
maybe Dabo, even though they made the playoffs, but
Come on, man.
Yeah, but honestly, like they should be dominating that conference. Considering, I mean, it's been down the last couple years. I mean, they should be dominating it, and they have not played well. And I would give him Dabo one more year. If he were to miss the playoffs this next year, I think he definitely would be on the hot seat.
One more name, and he has the Georgia helmet. But I do got one more name that I want to add to the list. Oklahoma's head coach as well. I got him on the hot seat too.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the parts I stay in right now. So yeah, he is on the hot seat. Venables, yeah, man. I mean the fan base here, like they feel like, I mean, he's improved the defense, but it's like they used to offense, man. They used to Lincoln Riley here, man. So it's like they missed the offense, but they feel like the defense was solid enough to be in the SEC. But I mean, if you can't score, you know, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, you got to score.
What y'all think about Miami? You think they're gonna be back?
I think they're gonna have a down year, man. I think, you know, the loss of Cam Ward. I don't feel like they don't have that type of program where they can just, like Ohio State or Georgia or Alabama, where they can just rotate another quarterback in and everything is gonna be fine. Like, nah. I think they're not gonna have that good of a season next year. I'd be very surprised if they did.
Yeah.
Who's taking Shadour's spot? Who's taking Shadour's spot?
What? Who's taking Shadour's spot?
That dude from,
you know what? Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Somebody in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They got the number one overall quarterback. He came from Georgia, from the state of Georgia.
Colorado?
Yeah, he went to Colorado. He committed to Colorado. Like, matter of fact, the high school he went to wasn't too far from, like, Georgia, the school. And people were surprised because Georgia was on the list, but he just didn't pick Georgia. He picked Colorado.
Oh.
What is that kid name? He mixed. He like a mixed kid. What the hell is his name?
Is he in Colorado now? He already enrolled and everything?
Yeah, he's ready to go. Like, he's gonna play like this year. That's probably why he chose Colorado, because he knew he was gonna get on the field right away. You know, he didn't have to go through no quarterback competition. Do it out, and he could just step right in.
That makes sense then.
Shoot, Ralph, who are quarterbacks, man?
What's the kid that played in the SEC championship game? Gunnar Stockton.
Stockton.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
Hey, relax, man. You ain't got no quarterback either over there.
Nah, I mean, both of those programs, you don't really need that good. Like, you need a decent quarterback, but nothing like, you don't need nothing crazy good. Like, I mean, I've seen it for the past 10 years. Both of these teams, they just rotate the quarterback in, and they don't miss a beat, or they're still going to get anywhere from 9 to 12 wins each season, man. Just because they're skilled players, the defensive players. I mean, they just got a stockpile of guys, like, just waiting to play, man. I mean, teams like that, like Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama, they just retool, man, and the quarterback is like, We'll find somebody, you know.
Yeah, we get somebody.
Julian Lewis.
Well,
That's
Green
his
Bay
name.
need to draft the right Georgia quarterback. Who is it?
Julian Lewis. He from Carrollton, Georgia.
Oh, Carrollton.
Yeah.
Okay, country boy.
But before we get to the NBA and get out of here, I do got one more coach I want to add to the list. Lincoln Riley. I got him. I forgot all about him at USC. If he don't do anything, Lincoln, he's out of here. If he don't
definitely on the hot seat, man. USC, they spend money. They don't care if they if they lose again, they'll get rid of them, man. They don't care, man. That school's got tons of money. They'll just find somebody else. It's a private school. They'll just pay somebody else.
Popeyes.
Man, Popeyes made my stomach hurt, man. When I eat that 4-piece chicken, it whoops me, man. Every time I eat it.
Arby's, hell nah. Panda Express is cool, but I ain't never going to Arby's. But
Arby's,
I haven't been to Arby's in a minute.
Man,
Panda Express.
Arby's.
Don't eat Panda Express.
They got good French fries.
Exactly. Popeyes.
Popeyes may make your stomach hurt. So you gotta be careful.
I'm Panda Express, man. I'm orange chicken and rice. That's it. I just keep it like that, man.
Your little baby
and you gotta go to the right one, man. Because some of those Panda Express, because
your little roll tide stomach can't handle it.
Maybe I didn't go to the right one.
Arby's is
Arby's in business, but they do have good French fries.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know anybody that goes to Arby's like on a regular. Like it just seems like that. Yeah, I don't know who goes. I used to get one thing from it. It was this chicken sandwich and it had bacon on it. It was bomb. But other than that, like
I get their fries though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Arby's, the fries there are legit.
That's it.
Yeah, the French fries is the only thing that's good. I never heard about hey man, let's go eat at Arby's. I never heard them.
Right, they be doing that little roast beef. Nobody be eating roast beef like that.
Who eat that, man? Who eats roast beef? I can't. I like Wingstop. I gotta have Wingstop.
Wingstop is
lemon pepper wings. I gotta have. Yeah. But
your little baby real tight stomach can't handle that spicy chicken, huh?
No. Nah, man. Every time I eat Popeyes, about 2:00 in the morning, man, my stomach starts rumbling. It starts hurting, and I gotta go to the restroom. Every time.
That's that real side of you, man.
That's what it is, man. But before we go, I'm gonna get into the NBA right quick. It's tough. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they finally lost. They record games, I think, is gone. So I do got a final preview. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm not gonna change it. I got Cleveland and OKC.
You wild, man.
In the finals. I don't care. I got it. I think it'll happen. Who do y'all think will get to the finals? Any one of you can go.
I got Boston on the East. West, I'm still not sure about, man. I got between OKC and if Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Like I could see it's between.
I don't think we're gonna do it, bro.
No, I just want you to say something. Nah, me either. Golden State, baby. You see all the G's, baby. Nah, I think it's OKC for sure. I think it's OKC.
There you go.
OKC and Boston.
What you got?
What you got, Ralph?
From the East, I think Cleveland could beat Boston in a 7-game series.
You're a smart man.
Especially if they get home court.
I forgot you're an Orlando fan.
Because I think, to me, Boston, they shoot too many threes. So when the three ball not falling, they don't really have an inside-outside game to go to that will translate to the playoffs.
Well, Porzingis got to be healthy for them to go.
That too. But on the other hand, I think Cleveland is a little deeper, and I think they can do both. They can play inside and out because they got Evan Mobley, and they got guys they can get to the rack with.
Yeah, that's the only team that could beat them. I ain't gonna lie, that's the only team I think that could beat Boston is Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland go with
Diggs.
And they get
Jared Allen.
they got two bigs that Jared Allen you can spoon feed and he gonna play defense, and
Mobley.
he's gonna do both.
He gonna do both. Guarantee.
Yeah,
he gonna get both. That Evan Mobley is something. He is something good. But I like Oklahoma because they got them two guys, man. Those two trees they got. It's Herbenstein and Chet. Man, them guys is good. Them guys is good, man. And my MVP, SGA.
SGA.
Yeah, for sure.
That guy, hey. Yeah. That dude.
Yeah, man. For me, I think I would have to lean more towards Boston just because of the continuity and they've been more battle tested. I think when it comes, I think the 7-game series, I think it benefits Boston more because I feel like they're able to make adjustments. And Cleveland last year Cleveland was pretty solid too, and then they kind of laid an egg in the playoff. But maybe the different coach, will get them over the hump. But I do agree with Ralph is that they are more deeper. They play more guys. All their guys can shoot, except for pretty much even Evan Mobley shooting threes now. I mean, everybody can shoot on that team except for Jared Allen. So I mean, and then I feel like they're probably the deepest team, and because Donovan Mitchell, he's only averaging like 24 points. That's because everybody else on the team is balling out, man. So, I don't know. I would give Boston a slight edge over Cleveland. And then for the West, I would probably go with the Thunder. I just feel like I've watched so many games. Their defense is insane, man. The one team though that I've seen that gives them trouble are the T-Wolves because of their length.
Yeah.
And that's a team that if they match up with, I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota would beat them in a 7-game series. Other than that, I feel like all the other teams, they have the edge. I think their perimeter defense is good. And SGA, honestly, watching him play, I ain't even gonna lie, it does kind of look like the beginning of a prime Jordan. Honestly, man, the way him in the mid range, solid, man.
It's automatic, man.
Yeah.
Yes, automatic. And the thing is, they don't allow physical play, so he's either gonna get fouled or he's gonna be able to make an easy 15 to 17 foot shot on the elbow, man. He's killing, man. And then their defense, they just rotate guys in, and those guys just swarm and swarm and swarm. They're really good. Yesterday, they beat Milwaukee by a dub, and they didn't even have J-Dub or Dort. They didn't have two starters.
Right.
And SGA can score 30 in his sleep, man. That dude is on a mission this year, and I would be very shocked if he didn't win the MVP.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch the NBA no more if he don't win MVP. I'm not gonna watch it, dude. He's scoring 30, 40 points almost like that,
and he's playing defense too.
Yeah, and I won $100 thanks to him last night. But
and you gonna lose $100 betting on Bama, so.
Oh no, I'm gonna win on Bama. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm always gonna bet with him, man. I can't go against.
When we play, let's talk.
Oh, most definitely. Well, most definitely, we will talk and have a great conversation, and I can feel it already. Bama's gonna lose 2 games, still get into the championship, and win the national championship.
You be saying some wild stuff.
What? Check this out, though.
When the season comes, Josh, mark this on and replay it.
We clipping this.
Yeah, clip it for sure.
I haven't started drinking yet, but I'm going to say this.
Can't tell.
Honorable mention, coach's hot seat. Well, I do got Alabama's coach on the honorable mention hot seat because he has to fill some big shoes in Nick Saban. So they're not used to being sucky. They're not used to losing to Vanderbilt. They're not used to losing to Oklahoma. They have to win these games next season, and I swear I will be the best person in the world. I will be more nicer to kids and everything. But Bama has to win the championship for everything to be perfect again. Yeah. And Kirby Smart, reason why he's so good because look who his daddy is, Nick Saban. That's why he's so good.
Yeah, his daddy though. That's okay.
He gets that from Nick Saban.
He said his daddy. That's crazy.
I bet you this though, if let's just say if the board do get fired, I bet on Kirby Smart to go to Alabama and coach. I think he will. He'll leave Georgia.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he will. He'll leave Georgia. Georgia stinks anyway. He'll leave Georgia.
That's
Oh my God.
That was his dream job. He was waiting for an opening at Georgia. He was waiting.
He'll leave.
He said he ain't been drinking yet. That's crazy.
Last time I've been to Georgia, it had a awful smell.
Hey,
I
bro,
didn't like
get him, man. Get him.
No,
Man.
I bet. I'll say this. I go as far to say this. Georgia will win another national championship before Bama do.
I gotta go. But look, I ain't gonna lie though. I like the back and forth between Georgia and Alabama, but
No, we got some more boys coming. Here you go.
well, you tell me. Come on.
No, I'm gonna bring you some Bama people too. I know some Bama people, so it's all good.
That's what I want to hear. I got to get ready and prepare myself for work, but we all know we can all say "Roll Tide, roll" one time. It don't hurt to say it.
Oh man,
Hell no.
nah, we're not doing that, man.
No, we not. I'll probably say War Eagle before I say Roll Tide.
I wouldn't say War Eagle. He's gonna do got a good tradition in Auburn, but
I'll say bear down before I say that.
they do.
Yeah.
But before I get out of here, I forgot something else. Oh, one more thing. I hope Aaron Rodgers retire. I don't think nobody wants it. Do y'all think he's gonna retire?
I'm gonna leave that to Josh, man.
No, I think Pittsburgh want him, and I think somebody else. Y'all probably want him.
We don't want him.
He wants to go to Minnesota though. I don't know if Minnesota want him like that, but I mean, it'll fulfill his,
I mean, you got Justin Jefferson there. I wouldn't mind going there, and you playing indoors too.
Like, I want to play against him. No, I ain't gonna lie. I want to play against him. No, but I think best bet is to go to a team with a better defense, and that's probably Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I think Aaron Rodgers. I think at this point in his career, I think he wants a good receiver, and he wants to play indoors, man. Yeah. And Minnesota, that checks off the box, man.
Exactly.
He wants think to go about it. Yeah,
that's a nice stadium too. That's a shit.
Minnesota, get him. I want to play against him though. He ain't gonna be like Favre and smashes the first year. I think he.
No, I think he's on the decline, man, and I feel like he's on the decline. He doesn't realize he's on the decline.
Yeah, he's trying to
denial.
Well, one thing he got working for him is they got a better offensive line than the Jets had offensive line. So.
Yeah, he's trying to. Yeah,
he was on the decline since he left Green Bay. That's why y'all let him go.
Exactly, and they ate a $49 million cap hit. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like $49 million is a lot to.
I still think he should retire. That's what I think.
He should. But I don't think so.
I think he should hang it up. He had a great career, though. I mean, you got 4 MVPs and a Super Bowl. Hall of Fame, man. He's going to the Hall of Fame, but I think he should retire. Leave it alone.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's what I think that he should do. But on Madden, I traded him to
Bama,
Green Bay, back to Green Bay on Madden, and it didn't work out too well.
Hey, y'all can take him on Bama. Y'all might need him on Bama.
Oh, we don't need him. We don't need him. He ain't going to retire. We don't need him.
Y'all over losing to Vanderbilt. Y'all definitely need him.
We don't need him. We don't need Aaron Rodgers.
I need
give us both the Bills and we'd be good. We'll be good. Before I go, I do think Cleveland's going to the Super Bowl this year. I got a feeling.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Because of Myles Garrett?
Hey, man.
Hey, we got Jerry Jeudy. He's good.
Judy.
We got that tight end. He's good. I can't say his name, but he's good. Whatever his name is.
You still talking about Madden, right?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
You definitely talking about Madden still.
Super Bowl.
And Madden.
Well,
Appreciate you, Ralph, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, we'll have to get off here. Next Monday, we'll be back. I'll be back next Monday.
Crazy.
Y'all do that next Monday. And we'll talk some more mess Monday. And y'all have a great night, great day. Get drunk, eat some good food, and come back here next Monday.
Yeah. All right, for sure, man.